the Woodrow Wilson Flying Eagles. Introducing DuPont's head coach, Jim Fout, meeting at center court with Woodrow Wilson's head coach, David Barksdale. For DuPont, assistant coaches Danny Hill and Kent Wilkinson. For Woodrow Wilson, assistant coaches Butch Freeman, Ron Kidd, and Kevin Maupin. The support staff for DuPont, Derek Phillips, Ed Knapp, Adam Proctor, and Chris McNeely. Support staff for Woodrow Wilson, Rick Shoup, Click Bandy, Teddy Harris, Michael Folks, Norman Vest, Jim Bradley, and Tommy Parham. The Lions Club host for DuPont is Delegate Joe Ferris. Lions Club host for Woodrow Wilson is Dave Nolan. Now introducing the squads for DuPont. Wearing number 13 is Keith Fout. For Woodrow Wilson, number 11, Brian Slay. For the Panthers, number 44, Bobby Howard. For the Flying Eagles, number 13, A.J. Hall. From DuPont, number 30 is Jay Jones. From Woodrow Wilson, number 21, Brad Harris. For the Panthers, wearing number 14, Kevin Williams. For the Flying Eagles, wearing 25, J.T. Bradley. From DuPont, number 50 is Benji Burns. From Woodrow Wilson, number 33, Jude Zokowski. For the Panthers, number 24, Chris Robinson. For the Flying Eagles, 45, Rob Lewis. And for the Panthers, number 34, Scott Durenberger. For the Flying Eagles, number 51, Niles Wood. Now the starting lineups. For DuPont, a 6'5" junior, number 40, Randy Moss. For Woodrow Wilson, 6'1", a junior, number 23, Gene Nabors. For the Panthers, the 6'2" junior, number 32, Scott Mullins. For the Flying Eagles, the 6'1" junior, number 41, Sean Mickey. From DuPont, 6'5", a senior, number 42, Billy Gilmore. For Woodrow Wilson, 6'4½", junior, number 35, Donnie Atkins. For the Panthers, 6'1½", a senior, number 33, Jason Williams. For the Flying Eagles, 6'4½", junior, number 43, Kelvin Panell. And for DuPont, 6'1", a senior, number 10, Timmy Floyd. For Woodrow Wilson, 6'5", senior, number 55, Anthony Scruggs.
It's game time. The tip-off in 1 minute after we hear this message from the West Virginia Education Association.
You can obtain a quality, affordable education at West Virginia University. Andrea Taylor of Clendenin is.
My heart was really at WVU. However, the decision was a financial one. It was not until I received the G. Belmont Berry Scholarship through the WVU Scholars Program that I decided to attend WVU. Since then, I've become a rank leader in the Mountaineer Marching Band, and after graduation, I hope to go on to law school.
Educational dreams come true through the WVU Scholars Program.
Today in the public school, Katie Dorme wrote her last name without any help. Jessica Enya spun through the air with the greatest of ease. And Andrew Lopez discovered how to make an airplane soar with the wind. For every child with dreams, for all parents with a dream for their children, the public schools are where small miracles happen every day.
A message from the West Virginia Education Association.
This copyrighted broadcast is made under exclusive rights granted to the Metro News Radio Network by the West Virginia Secondary School Activities Commission. Any rebroadcast, publication, or use of the accounts or description of this game without the express written consent of the Metro News Radio Network is prohibited. Once again, from the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum, here's Tony Caridi.
We're all set to play ball. The official steps into the center circle. The ball is tossed and the tip is controlled by the Flying Eagles of Beckley, Woodrow Wilson. We'll work from our right to left. And the point guard, Gene Nabors, sends a pass over on the near sideline to Donnie Atkins. Back over to Nabors. Now out front, Kelvin Pennell tries a jumper, 17, no good. Lead pass up the floor, and Randy Moss slams it down. A slam dunk starts the scoring up here. DuPont with full court pressure. Flying Eagles look to bring the ball up the floor. Pennell, pass to Nabors. Front court pass is taken over there by Sean Mickey to the baseline. Underneath, Scruggs has a pass and a shot by Pennell, blocked by Moss. Scruggs gets it back, puts it up and in. 2-2 is our score. Jason Williams quickly into the front court. Passes over on the near side to Floyd. Up top to Moss. Lob pass down low off the hands of Billy Gilmore. And Beckley will have the possession.
Electrifying start, Tony.
Certainly was. A thunderous dunk by Randy Moss got DuPont on the board quickly. DuPont full court pressure. Inbounds comes to Nabors. Now he passes over to Pennell. Up to Donnie Atkins, who crosses over the timeline, and a reach-in foul will be called out front. It will be charged against DuPont's Jason Williams. First foul of the game. Kelvin Pennell, 6'4.5" junior, inbounds to Gene Nabors. Nabors working to his left on the near side, goes up top with a pass to Pennell. In the lane to Scruggs. He turns, he fires off the glass and scores. Anthony Scruggs scores his 4th point. Beckley has its first lead. Quickly come the Panthers. Scott Mullins in the deep left corner. Comes up top with a ball to Randy Moss. Moss now 17-footer on the way. Good. Randy Moss, who averages 21 a game, scores 4 early. 4-4 score. Quickly back comes Beckley. Donnie Atkins at the three-point line. Left side shot no good. Rebounded Jason Williams. Williams over midcourt. Working to his right. He'll step up, shoot a 3, got it. DuPont has taken a 7-4 lead. Back comes Beckley on the attack. Mickey with a jumper, right angle, no good. Scruggs offensive rebound rejected, but a whistle and a foul call. That will be the second team foul coming up against DuPont. And Anthony Scruggs, the senior, will step up. He'll have a 2-shot situation. The foul call for DuPont goes against Timmy Floyd first.
DuPont a 1-3-1 full court pressure, and then they'll drop back into that defensively in the half court. Scruggs is open in the middle of that. He's going to get some open shots.
Scruggs puts the first of 2 up, no good. DuPont leads 7-4 with 6 minutes and 16 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Beckley has made 2 of its first 6 shots from the floor. Second shot for Scruggs. It is good. Anthony Scruggs has all 5 of Beckley's points. Quickly back comes DuPont. Timmy Floyd on the left baseline, running shot off the glass, no good. Rebound followed up and in by Billy Gilmore. DuPont leads 9-5. Again, the full court pressure by DuPont. Here's Pennell. Lead pass up the floor is deflected. Regathered by Atkins on the baseline. Scruggs drives. We've got a whistle and a foul call on the floor before the shot against DuPont. Anthony Scruggs took off down the baseline. He was hit there by Billy Gilmore. That's his first personal, 3rd team foul against the Panthers. Beckley wearing its maroon uniforms this morning with the white numerals and trim. Inbounds comes to Scruggs. Left wing 3-point shot good for Anthony Scruggs. Anthony Scruggs with 8 points, all 8 of Beckley's points, 9-8. DuPont has the lead. In the deep corner, Scott Mullins. Pass is deflected, stolen away by Nabors. Regathered by Pennell. Back to Nabors. Nabors pulls up left wing 3-point shot, no good. Rebound is deflected out of bounds. It will go to DuPont with 5 minutes and 36 seconds to play in the quarter. Jim Fout, the DuPont coach, makes a substitution. Keith Fout will come in for Scott Mullins. Beckley is not pressing yet. DuPont will advance the ball. Up the court comes Jason Williams. DuPont has made 4 of its first 5 shots. They lead it by 1, 9-8. Floyd down low to Randy Moss. His shot rejected, but we've got a foul call inside against Kelvin Pennell of Beckley. That is his first personal foul, first team foul against the Flying Eagles.
Tony, you made mention that Beckley is not pressing. You might not see it all game because the respect they have for Jason Williams, a wonderful player in the open court. He's got great vision.
Randy Moss. 2 shots at the line to our right. First one up and in. Randy Moss, with that basket there, is now 4 points away from 1,000 career points. And he makes the next. I'll tell you about the significance of that a little bit later on. It's 11-8 DuPont. Pressure in the backcourt by DuPont, and now you've got a whistle and a foul call against Timmy Floyd. That's his second personal. Jim Fout counsels over there with Timmy Floyd, telling him to calm down a little bit, going for the reach. And I don't think they're pressing Jay to try to steal the ball. They're pressing to try to slow Beckley down a little bit. And so far it's cost them. Beckley into the front court. Kelvin Pennell out high with it. Williams nearly committed a foul. Pennell looks for some help, comes to Nabors, left side of the circle. He'll spot up for a three. Around, no good. Rebound underneath. Mickey has a shot rejected. Williams takes it for the Panthers, left to right, crosses over midcourt. On the far side of the floor, an NBA three, good. About 23 feet away, it's 14-8, DuPont. Back comes the Flying Eagles. Mickey, right baseline to Scruggs. He posts up, turnaround, jump shot is good. A fall away on the baseline for Anthony Scruggs. He has 10 points in the quarter. And on the other end, a traveling violation will be called against Keith Fout as he started to move towards the basket. Scott Mullins, who started the game, will come in now for the Panthers in place of Timmy Floyd, who goes to the bench with those two personal fouls. DuPont 14, Beckley 10. Nabors takes the inbounds, crosses over midcourt, works the far right side of the floor. Comes cross court to the near side to Mickey. Now on a bounce back up top to Nabors. Beckley, for one of the few times this morning, is in a half-court setup on offense. They go to Mickey. In the corner to Donnie Atkins. He pumps. He puts the shot up. It is good. First two of the game for Donnie Atkins, 6'4" junior. Makes it a 2-point DuPont lead. On the other end, Moss takes a pass from Williams. He puts it up and in. A great sense of court vision for Jason Williams as he spots Randy Moss for his 8th point. Beckley now crosses over midcourt, a triple team. Atkins gets the ball away to Pennell. On the far side to Nabors. He'll try an NBA three. Got it. Absolute tremendous shooting that we're seeing here in this opening quarter. 16-15. Back comes DuPont bombing a missed shot. Missing everything was Keith Fout. The Flying Eagles take the rebound into the front court. Nabors drive into the basket. Shot on the way, off the rim, no good. And a rebounding foul will be called against Sean Mickey, his first personal. We've got a timeout on the floor. DuPont 16, Beckley 15. 3 minutes and 36 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Metro News coverage of the 1994 state tournament being brought to you in part by Tom Peden, West Virginia's #1 Chevrolet, Oldsmobile, Pontiac, Buick, Geo, and custom van dealer.
Hello, America. Cure spring fever with a brand new car trucker van from Tom Peden. Hello, America. We've got the car for you. Tom Peden has the cure for spring fever with the best prices on over 1,000 cars, trucks, and vans in stock now, including the all-new 94 Chevy S-Series pickups for only $82.88, or the all-new 94 Chevy S-Series extended cab pickups, well-equipped for only $99.88. Sale price includes rebate and GMAC time buyer incentive. Check local newspapers for more details. Then get to Tom Peden Country in Ripley. Now open Sundays 11 to 6.
For hauling loads or having fun, we've really got a deal. Come in today and drive away in a brand new set of wheels. Hello, America. We've got the car for you.
I-77 to Ripley's Fair Place at 132, 3 miles north on Route 21 to Tom Peden Country.
DuPont 16, Beckley 15, 3:36 to play in the opening quarter.
You know, Williams really gives that ball up great in the open court. I think that's one of his greatest assets I've seen here. He doesn't try to force the ball into action. Dave Barksdale has to be upset. Beckley getting back slow on defense.
DuPont's Jason Williams walks it up the floor. The Panthers have made 6 of their first 8 shots. They lead it by 1. Bobby Howard into the game for the Panthers. They work it around the perimeter. Here's a left wing jumper by Scott Mullins. It rolls around the rim and falls in. First 2 of the game for Scott Mullins. Gene Nabors now on the near side. Goes cross court to Kelvin Pennell. Down low to Mickey. The ball deflected, stolen by the Panthers, but Jason Williams knocked it off with his hand out of bounds, and Beckley will have the possession. Kelvin Pinnell inbounding at quarter court far side. Inbounds comes to Gene Nabors. Dave Barksdale off the bench calling out the offensive play set for his club. Mickey left of the circle. Into the pass. Corner to Donnie Atkins. They double team trap him. He's in trouble. He throws the ball out to Nabors, and Nabors is hit from behind and fouled by Scott Mullins. His first. That will be the 15th foul against DuPont. Beckley has been called with just 2 fouls so far.
Boy, nice trap in the corner that time. That frees Moss up to operate in the middle defensively against Scruggs.
Inbounds comes to Scruggs on the left wing. Drives the baseline 15-footer on the way on the rim. Good. Bounced it up high and scores, and Anthony Scruggs has 12 first quarter points. 18-17. DuPont leads by 1. Randy Moss sends it in the corner to Scott Mullins. Mullins back up top, nearly stolen away. It goes to Jason Williams. Williams out near midcourt. Works to his left. Fires over there to Fout. In the lane they go to Randy Moss. Drop pass Bobby Howard. It's up, it's good, and he's fouled. Great feed from Randy Moss to Bobby Howard, and Howard, who's come off the bench, scores his first 2. One of the keys to the DuPont 19-game winning streak has been the unselfish play of the team that was not evident in early December, and we saw it right there, Jay.
Well, you see, you go into the middle to Moss, and once he drew the double team, it's vision, too. This is a nice inside passing team that DuPont presents. Howard gets under and puts it up and draws the foul.
Bobby Howard swishes the free throw. 7 different DuPont players have scored in this first quarter. It's 21-17. DuPont has the lead at 4. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Gene Nabors over on the far side of the floor into the front court. Comes up top to Kelvin Pinnell. Pinnell at the foul line. Jump pass down for Atkins. It's stolen by Bobby Howard. He loses it off of a foot. The ball is loose to Atkins. It's loose on the baseline, finally gathered up by Pinnell. Back up top to Gene Nabors. Nabors races in. Scoop shot with the left hand, no good. Scruggs keeps it alive. Tipped out of bounds by one of the DuPont Panthers, and Beckley will have it back. Inbounding from underneath its own basket. Off to the left. Pinnell throws it into Scruggs on the wing. He'll spot up for a 3. It's good. 15 points in the quarter for Anthony Scruggs. Back comes DuPont. It's a 1-point Panthers lead. Mullins on the far left side. Works against Atkins. Drop pass back to Fout. He drills the 3-pointer from the left side of the circle. 24-20 is the score. DuPont on top by 4. High pass. Save along the near side. Now stolen by Jason Williams. He's going against Nabors. Layup shot is off the rim. No good. He missed it, but he takes it back out to Mullins. His jumper no good. Finally, Jason Williams tracks it down and brings it up front. Jason Williams goes over on the far side to Fout. High post pass to Randy Moss. His pass deflected, and he is fouled as he tries to send the ball over on the right wing to Mullins, and the foul call will go against Kelvin Pinnell of Beckley. That will be his second. 1:23 to play in the quarter. Jason Williams inbounds to Mullins in the right corner. He'll spot up, shot on the way, good for Scott Mullins. He's got 4 points. DuPont's biggest lead at 6. Here's Donnie Atkins. Drops it back to Gene Nabors. Quarter court near side between the legs. Jump pass up top to Pinnell. Eyes a 3. Doesn't pull. Goes over on the right side. And the jumper in and out. No good. Taken there by Beckley. On the other end comes DuPont. Mullins tracks down a loose ball. Over to Fout. Lob pass inside for Moss. He puts it off the glass and scores. Randy Moss with his 10th point. It's 28-20. DuPont leads by 8 with 45 seconds to play in this opening quarter. Here's Pinnell looking for some help. Goes over on the far side to Atkins. Atkins now up top to Nabors near midcourt. Nabors goes back over on the far side to Brian Slay, who's in the game. Slay comes back, pass for Nabors too high, over his head, out of bounds. DuPont will take it with 27 seconds to play in the quarter. Third turnover against the Flying Eagles. DuPont with a chance to take a double-digit lead. It's 28-20. DuPont on top. They're going to hold for one shot. On the near side, they come to Mullins. Back up high to Jason Williams. Now to Fout. He comes cross-court to Mullins. Picked up there by Donnie Atkins. Back over on the far side. They go cross-court to Fout. Up high now with 7 to Williams. Williams drives against Nabors. Unorthodox shot. Rolls off the rim. No good. Tipped around. Scruggs has it with 1. He sets it fly from 3/4 court at the buzzer. It is no good off the top of the backboard. We have played 1 quarter of action. With the score, DuPont 28 and Beckley 20. Dave Barksdale has just thrown the ball at the official and screamed at him. That's the end of one. This is the Metro News Radio Network. Second quarter action underway with DuPont in possession of the ball, leading by 8 points, 28-20. In the front court, Timmy Floyd on the right baseline, goes up top. Here's a long jumper. It is good for Billy Gilmore from the foul line. 30-20, DuPont has a 10-point lead. Gene Nabors on the far side of the floor, comes up high with a pass, taken down there by Rob Lewis. Now they go over on the left side. Jumper no good by Slay. And the rebound down to Jason Williams. Quickly up the floor. He passes on to Mullins. Mullins layup shot no good. Offensive foul call will be taken by Billy Mullins as he plows over Gene Nabors.
I'll tell you, very difficult, Tony, for Beckley. They can't get back in defensive transition, and Williams is just really eating them up with their passing in the open court.
Nice look to the left and pass to the right that time by Williams. Beckley down by 10. Gene Nabors up high, spots up for a three. Got it. Gene Nabors with his 6th point of this first half, 30-23. Back comes Jason Williams. Up high to Randy Moss. Now left corner they go to Tim Floyd. Floyd back up top to Moss. Lob pass inside. Billy Gilmore's shot is rejected away. Nabors has it for Beckley. Flying Eagles are down by 7. Nabors straight away. 3-pointer is good. 2 straight 3-pointers by Gene Nabors brings Beckley back to within 4 of the lead. And Williams tells his teammates, let's get it together now. Timmy Floyd on the near side. Dump pass down low. Gilmore spots up. Shot no good. Moss flies in for the rebound. He's fouled in the act of shooting. Randy Moss came flying in from the foul line. He just said, I'll take the ball. And he took it and went up with it. And he will have 2 shots coming up.
See, one thing that Dave Barksdale has to wonder about in his mind, against most teams, when he is down, he can use that full court pressure. But it's very difficult to do it against DuPont because you become frightened that Williams is just going to eat you up when you open up the court. And so Beckley must work themselves back in the game from just their half-court defense.
Randy Moss's foul shot is good. He now has 11 points. That last foul call went against Donnie Atkins, his first of the game. Second shot by Moss is there. He's 4 for 4 at the free throw line, and DuPont leads by 6, 32-26. Ryan Slay comes up high with a pass. Ball taken there by Lewis. Gives over to Nabors. Nabors goes cross court to Slay. Slay back to Nabors. He tried, but it was stolen away by Williams. Here's Williams driving in, loses the ball, puts it up and in. Jason Williams with a great job there of regathering the ball. He scores his 8th point, 34-26. Now Nabors being harassed by Williams, and the ball is stolen away by DuPont. Lead pass retaken by Nabors at 3-quarter court. He clears the timeline, working from right to left. Nabors, 16-footer on the way, no good. Rebound, a foul call will go against Donnie Atkins coming over the back. That will be his 2nd personal foul.
Boy, I'll tell you, DuPont right now has Beckley playing a game I'm not so sure they want to play, Tony. They've got him running, taking some shots they shouldn't be taking, and Williams very quick on the outside with his pressure.
We've got a whistle and a timeout taken by Beckley. It's 34-26 DuPont. With a break in the action, let's hear this from One Valley Bank, the one bank for all of West Virginia.
The spirit of West Virginia, brought to you by One Valley Bank. Tell me honestly, One Valley, are IRAs still one of the best ways to plan for retirement?
Rates may go up and down from year to year, but overall, IRAs are still among the best savings tools, especially at One Valley. Why? Because we have a wide variety of IRA options for you to select, including rollover IRAs for money you might have accumulated from a savings plan at work. And of course, all One Valley IRAs offer tax-deferred benefits, so be sure to consult your tax advisor for details. Building a solid nest egg with just the right tools is what today's spirit of West Virginia is all about. And when it comes to IRAs, it just makes sense to go with the bank most West Virginians know best. One Valley Bank. Now, more than ever, the one bank for all of West Virginia. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
A perfect start of the game for DuPont's Randy Moss. He's 4 of 4 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. DuPont leads Beckley by 8 points, 34-26. Panthers in possession of the ball. Jason Williams walks it over midcourt, comes to the near side hash mark to Timmy Floyd. Back up top they go to Billy Gilmore. His lob pass is deflected. Bad decision, stolen away by the Flying Eagles. Rob Lewis. Now Gene Nabors in possession. Jogs it over midcourt to the top of the circle. Left-handed dribble. Goes over on the far side now. Gathered up by Donnie Atkins. Back over on the near side to Nabors. He'll shoot a three. Got it! His fourth three-pointer of the game. He's got 12 points. Beckley's back to within 5. 5:20 and counting in the second quarter. High post pass. Tipped away. Regathered by Jason Williams. He'll try a long three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Donnie Atkins with the rebound. Goes behind the back at midcourt. It's 4-on-2. Atkins on the baseline. Pulls up. Jump shot. Good. Donnie Atkins with his fourth point. It's a 3-point DuPont lead. Back they come into the front court. Timmy Floyd with it on the far side. Up top, taken by Billy Gilmore. Now to Jason Williams. One bounce near side to Scott Mullins. Mullins drops it in to Gilmore. Back to Mullins. Three-pointer, no good off the side of the rim. Rebound, Floyd has his shot rejected by Scruggs. It comes back to Mullins. He puts up a fall-away baseline shot, no good. Rebound tipped around, controlled by Scruggs. Beckley now with the ball, down by 3. Gene Nabors, long three-point shot, in and around, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Scott Mullins. And Beckley will have the possession.
How about that green light? You think Nabors has that green light? That was NBA.
For those of you that have followed West Virginia basketball through the years, those are the length of those shots is what Archie Talley used to take. Here's Scruggs with a three-pointer. Good. It's a tie game. 18 points for Anthony Scruggs. Tied at 34. Foul. Up high to Gilmore. In the corner to Floyd. He'll try the shot from there. Air ball. No good. Donnie Atkins with the rebound. Gives over to Gene Nabors. 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Nabors works against Jason Williams. On the right side, three by Scruggs. Good. And Jim Fout's going to take a timeout. Beckley with the barrage of three-point shots has just taken a 37-34 lead with 3 minutes and 54 seconds to play.
Boy, what a run that time. 11-0 run by Beckley and some beautiful outside shooting. Both clubs shooting well from the perimeter in this game. But Nabors and Atkins and Scruggs really lit it up and really ignited this comeback.
Jim Fout trying to stop it. His team has been up by as many as 10 points here in this first half. But Gene Nabors and Anthony Scruggs have combined for 33 of Beckley's 37 points. DuPont in the first quarter shot 69%, 11 of 16. In the second quarter, the Panthers have gone cold, making just 2 of 9 attempts.
And credit the Beckley defense, and that's created good opportunities for those three-point shots in transition for Woodrow. So I think they've done a great job. And when you have a championship team with championship players on it, Tony, you're always in the game because you give that initial, you have that fight to come back, and that's exactly what Woodrow has done.
Ready to go once again. Jason Williams walks the ball up the floor, crosses midcourt, working to his right side. In the corner, a pass to Floyd. His pass deflected, nearly stolen. It is by Beckley. Flying Eagles, Anthony Scruggs comes away with it. He gives over to Nabors. Nabors over midcourt. On the near side wing to Donnie Atkins. He'll pull up 15-footer on the rim. Falls around, no good. And a rebounding foul will be called against Beckley. Rob Lewis comes over the back and commits his first personal foul. That's the 7th foul against Beckley, and so a 1-on-1 chance coming up for DuPont as Bobby Howard will come into the game for the Panthers. Going to the bench, it will be Billy Gilmore.
You know, the first taste of action in the state tournament for Donnie Atkins, I felt a little tight coming out. He has great rhythm and has nice balance on his shot. He's just now coming into the game here midway in the second quarter.
Timmy Floyd's foul shot is in. DuPont is perfect at the free throw line. 6 of 6 in the game. Second one is up and in. 37-36. Beckley has a 1-point lead. 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. Gene Nabors goes up top to Rob Lewis. Lewis dribbles between two defenders. Goes back to Nabors. Nabors on the three-point line. Shoots it from the left wing. No good. Lewis rebound. Rejected by Randy Moss. The ball comes out to Jason Williams. Williams on the near sideline. Puts Fout into the corner, comes over on the far side to Howard. Howard alley-oop to Randy Moss, who lays it up and in. 14 points in the game for Randy Moss. DuPont has just taken the lead back, 38-37. Inside of 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Scruggs to the basket, puts the shot up strong. Rebound pops out, taken by Jason Williams. It's 3-on-2 DuPont. Williams in the front court, top of the circle, into the lane. Pass in the corner to Fout. Jumper, good. Keith Fout gives DuPont a 3-point lead, 40-37. Here's Nabors working on the near sideline. Goes cross court over to Mickey. Mickey bounces back to Nabors. He's alone for a three. Good. 15 points for Gene Nabors. All of his points have come on 3-point shots. He ties the game up at 40-all with 2:10 to go here in the first half. Randy Moss at the foul line, shuts up, shoots and scores. Randy Moss, he's perfect from the field in the game. A perfect 6 of 6 for Randy Moss. He gives DuPont the lead back at 42-40. Inside of 2 minutes to play in the second quarter of action. Nabors, flip pass down to Scruggs. On the baseline, he's out of bounds. Too far ahead of Anthony Scruggs. That's the 6th turnover against Beckley Woodrow Wilson. Substitution coming in for Beckley. It's Niles Wood replacing Rob Lewis. Bobby Howard inbounds the ball to Jason Williams. DuPont leads by 2. They've led by as many as 10 points. Williams on the near sideline to Fout. Back up top to Bobby Howard. Howard guns it in the corner to Williams. He'll set up for a three. Off the side of the rim, no good. Follow up by Mullins. Misses. Rebound. Fought for. And Scruggs throws it off of Bobby Howard out of bounds. Beckley will have the ball. A great play by Anthony Scruggs to throw the ball off of Bobby Howard. Right in front of the Beckley bench. Niles Wood inbounding to Gene Nabors. 90 seconds to play in this first half. DuPont 42, Beckley 40. Here's Nabors starting to the basket. Spots up for a three left side. Good. Gene Nabors with 18 first half points gives Beckley the lead back by 1. Jason Williams on the other end. Gives it to Randy Moss. Moss goes right side to Fout in the corner. Back up top to Moss. Entry pass for Howard. Back to Fout. He steps in. Back to Howard against Scruggs. Shot is rejected away, but we've got a whistle and a foul call against Anthony Scruggs. 2 shots coming up for Bobby Howard.
Neither coach really wants to touch any of the type of rhythm in this game. They're really well with 1:03 left just to play it right out to where they're doing. Both teams open. Good shooting from both clubs. Good shots, good penetration, good defense. A heck of a game.
5'11" Bobby Howard. He's an all-state fullback for this DuPont football team, and he posted right up inside the right block there against Anthony Scruggs. He puts the first foul shot off the back iron. It bounces up high and falls through.
Gene Nabors of Beckley was 6 for 10, Tony, from 3-point range.
Second shot by Bobby Howard is good. 44-43. DuPont has a 1-point lead with 1 minute to go in the quarter. Nabors sends a cross-court pass over to Mickey in the right corner to Niles Wood, the ball is deflected, stolen away by Williams. Pass up the floor to Randy Moss. He gives over to Mullins. Now over to Bobby Howard off the glass. This shot is good. Bobby Howard with 7 points off the bench gives DuPont a 3-point lead. 46-43. Here's Gene Nabors. Left corner. Watched by Howard. Comes up top with a pass for Wood. He'll try a 3. It is no good, but the rebound underneath. The shot is up and good for Donnie Atkins. 25 seconds and counting. A lead pass up the floor taken by Moss in the right corner. Moss up high to Jason Williams. A long 3 left side. No good off the back iron. Rebound taken by Gene Nabors. Beckley down by 1 with 10 seconds to play in the front court. It's Nabors on the left wing. Goes behind the back. He is blocked. And a foul call against Jason Williams. That will be Williams's second personal foul. 7th team foul against DuPont. So a 1-on-1 chance coming up for Gene Nabors.
You know, with that 1-3-1 zone that DuPont uses, it looks like it's very, very just passive. But when you have somebody like Williams out in the front of it, he just sets havoc with you. He's got great hands, reads the passing lane so well. But when he does make a steal, the players on his club, Tony, know to release because they know they're going to get the ball at the right position. And he just has really made one of the keys of this game. A lot of fast break opportunities, and he's made them pay off at the other end.
First trip to the foul line for Gene Nabors, the junior point guard. Stares at the rim, puts the shot up. It is good. He'll have the bonus. Ties the game up with that free throw, 46 all. DuPont has led by as many as 10 points here in this first half. We've got 7.7 seconds on the clock. Nabors, free throw is good, all net. He's got 20 points in the game. Howard inbounds to Jason Williams. Williams takes the dribble over midcourt with 6 seconds. Fires over to Howard. He'll try a 3. It is good with 2 seconds to go. Beckley inbounds Nabors. Baseball pass down the floor. No good as the buzzer sounds to end our first half of action. Bobby Howard drains a 3-point shot with 2 seconds to play to give DuPont the lead as they head into the locker room. Our score, DuPont 49 and Beckley 47. This is the Metro News Radio Network.
Do Diet Do. And by Go-Mart. Go for good times. Go for Go-Mart. Again, let's go courtside at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum as the 1994 West Virginia State Championship continues.
We welcome you back into the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum where they turn the lights off around the concourse and the spotlights go down onto the court area here. A sellout crowd getting ready for 2 more quarters of action, at least in the conventional sense. The way this thing's going, overtime is certainly a possibility.
Let's look early, Tony, about DuPont. I think they're going to have to, in the second half, to defend this perimeter a little bit. They're going to have to shut down Nabors and Atkins on the outside to get a real shot at the game. Beckley's got to get back on defense. Williams doesn't break down defenses in the half court off the dribble much. He gets that job done in the open court. So if you get back on defense against him, you can contain him a little bit better.
Beckley has possession as the third quarter begins with Gene Nabors walking it over midcourt. Nabors had 22nd I should say first half points in an explosive second quarter. Beckley on the attack. Mickey passes it out to Donnie Atkins. Atkins spots up from 16 feet, too strong. Scruggs, though, with the rebound, squares up, puts the shot in. Anthony Scruggs has 23 points. His career high is 40. That came this season against Preston High School. 49-49. Up top, they try to get a lob inside to Randy Moss. It's stolen away by Donnie Atkins. Atkins gives back over to Gene Nabors. Nabors over midcourt. To the top of the circle, spots up long three, no good off the front of the rim. Scruggs, the rebound, follow up and in. Anthony Scruggs with 25 in the game. Beckley has taken the lead, 51-49. Jason Williams on the far side to Timmy Floyd. Up top to Randy Moss. On the near side wing to Scott Mullins. Mullins back up top to Jason Williams, and now he'll pull it back and set up the DuPont offense. On the far wing to Timmy Floyd, down low, right block to Randy Moss. He goes to the basket, shot rejected by Donnie Atkins, out of bounds, and DuPont will maintain the possession. Atkins with a big rejection there, sends it towards the DuPont cheerleaders. Here's Jason Williams. Inbounds comes to Mullins. They poke it inside, and we've got a foul call against Anthony Scruggs on an entry pass to Billy Gilmore. That will be the second personal against Anthony Scruggs. Common foul. Jason Williams will inbound underneath the DuPont basket to the right. Inbounds comes into Floyd. Up top they work it to Mullins. Now back over to Jason Williams. He stands out near midcourt. High post pass to Gilmore. Gilmore looks for some help. Goes over to Floyd on the far side. They're looking for a lob down low to Moss, and the pass rejected and stolen by Donnie Atkins. They telegraph their intention there of trying to get the ball inside. Nabors with it. Right wing to Scruggs. He goes to the basket. Scoop shot on the way. No good. Rebound Randy Moss. Lead pass to Jason Williams. Touch pass down the floor to Mullins. Layup. Dunk. Scott Mullins sends it in. 51-51 tie. On the other end, Donnie Atkins drives the left baseline. Shot on the way. Good. Donnie Atkins with his 8th point gives Beckley the lead back 53-51. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. Low pass inside to Randy Moss off the glass. He banks it up and in. Randy Moss still has not missed in the game. He's got 18 points. Here's Nabors on the right wing. Sets up for a three. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound to Jason Williams behind the back at midcourt. Williams on the far side of the floor directs the traffic. Now he'll step up. He'll shoot a three. Got it. 11 points in the game for Jason Williams. DuPont takes a 3-point lead, 56-53. 5.5 minutes to go in the third. Nabors up high to Kelvin Pennell. Pennell fakes right, goes left, jump pass back to Nabors. He fakes the three, drives in, jump pass to Donnie Atkins. His shot on the way, partially blocked. Nabors takes it underneath, gives it to Pennell. Pennell puts the shot up. He's fouled. The bucket does not go, but Kelvin Pennell will have 2 shots coming up.
Anthony Scruggs, same way, opened the ball game right inside coming out of this halftime. Right in there, getting some 4 points right out the bat. Nabors hitting a three, but really DuPont answers back. A great play in the open court by Williams. Both teams right back to the way they played in the first half.
Clock stops with 5 minutes and 17 seconds to play, third quarter. That foul call against Randy Moss, his first personal. Pennell puts the free throw up, around, no good, missed.
I was liking this game, Tony, to be in the 80s, but really it's heading towards the 90s and maybe up to the century mark the way these kids are scoring.
Pennell's best game this season came against DuPont when he scored 22 points. He makes that foul shot there, and that's his first point of the game. 56-54, DuPont with the ball and the lead. Jason Williams, lob pass inside. Randy Moss puts it off the glass and scores. Randy Moss now has 20 points. DuPont leads by 4, 58-54. Nabors crosses midcourt on the far side, comes to the near side with a pass to Kelvin Pennell. He drives to the basket, running one-hander, no good. Pennell tips it up and in off of his miss. 3 points now for Pennell. Lead pass quickly to Randy Moss. He lays it up and in. Again, Jason Williams spotting Randy Moss open down the floor. 60-56, DuPont on top by 4. Here's Donnie Atkins, sends it back to Gene Nabors. Nabors cross court to Kelvin Pennell, bounces over on the right baseline to Mickey. Mickey hemmed in by Tim Floyd. Back up top to Pennell on the right wing. Entry pass inside to Scruggs. He goes to the basket, rolls it off the rim and in. Anthony Scruggs, 27 points. Brings Beckley back to within 2. Quickly, DuPont, a three-pointer by Fout from the right corner, no good. fight for the rebound. Moss whips it back, and it's saved by Jason Williams out at midcourt. Great play by Moss. They call the offensive play. Williams goes to his left against Nabors. Spots up in the corner, a pass to Floyd. He drives into the lane, pass to Randy Moss. Scoop shot good. 24 points for Randy Moss at 62-58. DuPont on top of Beckley by 4. Here's Nabors. Dribbles it up into the right corner. Loses the ball, gets it back. Fires it in, right block to Scruggs. Fall away jumper, no good. Rebound, Donnie Atkins is hit from behind by Bobby Howard of DuPont.
You would think, Tony, that there isn't any defense being played by either club because of the high scores, but I think that is really false. I think both of these clubs, but because both teams have excellent point guards, that's the reason why the scores are so high.
Timeout taken. 3:46 to play, third quarter. DuPont 62, Beckley 58. 1994 state tournament being brought to you in part by West Virginia University, where educational dreams come true through the WVU Scholars Program.
You can obtain a quality, affordable education at West Virginia University. Andrea Taylor of Clendenin is.
My heart was really at WVU. However, the decision was a financial one. It was not until I received the G. Belmont Berry Scholarship through the WVU Scholars Program that I decided to attend WVU. Since then, I have become a rank leader in the Mountaineer Marching Band, and after graduation, I hope to go on to law school.
Educational dreams come true through the WVU Scholars Program.
Today in the public school, Katie Dorme wrote her last name without any help. Jessica Enya spun through the air with the greatest of ease. And Andrew Lopez discovered how to make an airplane soar with the wind. For every child with dreams, for all parents with a dream for their children, the public schools are where small miracles happen every day.
A message from the West Virginia Education Association.
Back in Charleston. Beckley inbounds in the corner. Gene Nabors fires a three, no good. Rebound to Timmy Floyd. DuPont has a 4-point lead. Jason Williams passes up the floor to Fout. On the far side, Fout sends it up top to the big center, Billy Gilmore. He gives back over to Jason Williams, and Williams brings it out near midcourt. He starts to work the offense. He works to his right, gets a screen there from Randy Moss. Pass in the corner to Fout. He'll spot up. Jump shot good for Keith Fout. That's a 2. 7 points in the game for Keith Fout. And DuPont has taken a 6-point lead. 3:15 and counting, quarter number 3. Gene Nabors up top to Kelvin Pennell. Pennell looks inside, puts the ball down on the dribble, goes in the corner. Here's a jumper by Mickey. It's good for 2 from Sean Mickey. Now, Mickey had 14 points the first time these two teams played in a reserve role. Starting here today, that's his first 2 of the game. Jason Williams with it up top. DuPont leads 64-60. Gilmore on the left wing to Jason Williams. Up high, here's a long jumper for 3, no good by Fout. The rebound controlled by Beckley, Sean Mickey. Nabors takes it into the front court, spots up for a 3, no good off the front side of the rim. Rebound taken by Gilmore. To Jason Williams. Lead pass to Floyd, left side, drive into the basket. Shot is up on a scoop, no good. Rebound to Donnie Atkins. Atkins is fouled from behind by Floyd. That's his 3rd. Bad decision by Floyd to go after the steal there. And he commits his 3rd. 3rd team foul against DuPont here in this second half. Beckley has 1 foul so far. We've got 2 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Beckley trails by 4. The Flying Eagles' Gene Nabors sends it up top to Sean Mickey. Mickey races it underneath with a pass to Anthony Scruggs. Layup good. 29 in the game for Scruggs. Beckley back to within 2. DuPont working from right to left here in the second half. On the left side is Fout. Cross-court pass deflected, stolen by Nabors of Beckley. Lead pass to Mickey, driving left-handed layup good. Sean Mickey scores it and ties the game up at 64 apiece. Nabors came away with the steal, and Beckley converts on the other end. Jason Williams steps over midcourt with 1 minute and 40 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. In the right corner to Floyd, down low to Moss. Back inside, they work it, and a shot by Gilmore rejected, but a whistle and a foul call against Anthony Scruggs. It will be his 3rd personal.
Tony, both teams having many runs here and coming back at each other. That's why the game will go down to the wire. And One of the keys in the early part that we talked about was foul shooting. That's probably where this game is going to be decided in the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Billy Gilmore, 6'5" senior center, played tight end on the state championship football team for DuPont. Steps up to the line to our left. He'll have a couple of shots coming up. Jim Fount, the DuPont coach, will make a substitution. Randy Moss will go out of the game in place of Bobby Howard. Jude Zykowski will also come in for Beckley now, as Anthony Scruggs will go to the bench.
You see what that move is. Both of them resting the big guys as they come down. Probably give them 1:33 on the clock. Come back in the fourth quarter.
At the line, foul shot is up. No good off the front rim by Billy Gilmore. That's DuPont's first miss from the free throw line in the game. They were 9 of 9 from the stripe in the first half. Second one is up, around, no good. Rebound taken down by Pennell. Tie game at 64. Here comes Gene Nabors. Nabors nearly trips. Gets his footing back. Sends over to Pennell on the left wing. He drives to the basket. Scoop shot up. No good. Rebound taken down by Mullins. Gives over to Jason Williams. Williams over midcourt behind the back to the top of the circle. Spots up for a three. Short off the front of the rim. Rebound comes back to Jason Williams. Jim Fount gives some instructions over there on that far sideline. 1 minute and 2 seconds to play in the third quarter. Entry pass down low. Stolen away by Beckley. That's the 10th turnover charged against DuPont. Tie game. Here's Nabors out front. Scoop shot on the way from 16. Good. Gene Nabors scores his 22nd point. Beckley takes the lead 66-64. Again, nearly losing it is DuPont. It comes out on the left wing. A jump shot taken no good by Scott Mullins, and Beckley has the rebound. They're going to hold for one shot. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Beckley has the lead by 2. Nabors walks it over midcourt. 20 seconds and counting on the clock. The Beckley team on the bench is standing. The court is spread. The clock is down to 10. It'll be Nabors against Jason Williams. The clock is at 7. It's at 6. It's at 5. Here comes Nabors with 4 at the top of the circle. Driving. Scoop shot is up. It's good at the buzzer. Gene Nabors went right up against Jason Williams. He beat him to the basket, and he scores his 24th point to end the fourth quarter, or third quarter, I should say, with the score. Beckley, Woodrow Wilson, 68. DuPont, 64. This is the Metro News Radio Network. Ready to begin the fourth quarter. DuPont has the possession, trailing in the game by 4, 68-64. Tommy Caridi along with Jay Jacobs. DuPont on the attack. Timmy Floyd up top to Bobby Howard. Howard to the near side wing to Jason Williams. Williams working towards the basket. Pull up on the baseline. Jumper good. 13th point for Jason Williams. Beckley 68, DuPont 66. Here comes Gene Nabors on the far side of the floor. Goes over to Donnie Atkins. He drives the baseline, but a blocking foul will be called against the Panthers. Scott Mullins makes the contact. He commits his 3rd personal foul. That's the 4th team foul against DuPont. Beckley inbounds underneath the hoop. Lob pass comes up top to Gene Nabors on the right baseline. Over to Mickey. He comes out to the wing. Jumper good. 6 points for Sean Mickey. Beckley leads by 4, 70-66. In the corner, Mullins lob for Moss. Underneath, he puts it off the glass and in. Randy Moss with his 26th point brings his team to within 2. Nabors on the near sideline. Pass up top to Kelvin Pinnell. Back to Nabors. Nabors, long three. No good off the rim. Rebound down to Randy Moss. He protects the ball. Gives the outlet to Jason Williams, who crosses midcourt. Williams, bounce pass in the right corner. Taken by Mullins. Down low to Howard. He puts it off the glass and in. Bobby Howard has scored 12 points in the reserve role, and he ties the game up at 70 apiece. Gene Nabors on the far side of the floor. In the front court, comes up top to Kelvin Pinnell. Pinnell, lob pass on the right side to Mickey on the baseline to Donnie Atkins. He's double teamed. Needs some help. Passes out front. It's deflected by Williams. Retaken, and we've got a whistle and a foul call against Gene Nabors. Great defensive work there by Williams to come over. Steals the ball away. Nabors came from behind and commits the foul. For Gene, that's just his first personal.
Bench playing a big factor here. 19-0. No points off the Beckley bench. 19 points from DuPont's bench.
The game is tied at 70 with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to play. Jason Williams into the front court. Over to Mullins on the far side. Mullins up top of the circle to Bobby Howard. His pass deflected, stolen by Anthony Scruggs. Scruggs gives over to Gene Nabors. Scruggs leads all scorers with 29 points. Nabors works the right side against Williams. Starts to the basket. Passes off in the corner. Pinnell, three, good. Beckley takes the lead back, 73-70. 5 minutes and 50 seconds now remaining in this game as Jason Williams walks the ball over the timeline. High post lob for Moss, slam dunk, no good, off the rim. Beckley will take it back, leading by 3. Pinnell again from the left side. His shot no good off the side of the rim. Atkins rebounds, follows it up, draws the contact. The basket will not count. It is a floor foul charge against DuPont. A common foul will be called. The foul against Scott Mullins is his 4th personal. Kelvin Pinnell will inbound.
Tony, Dave Bart's there looking for the continuation. It was a great body fake getting the player up in the air that Atkins used that time. Right now, with 5:31 on the clock, you got to lay it in the point guard's hands, Nabors and Williams.
On the inbound, Scruggs sends it from the corner up high near midcourt to Gene Nabors. 73-70 is the score. Beckley has the lead. Nabors over to Mickey. He'll try a 3 on the way. No good off the rim. Moss rebounds, tries to dribble it. Nabors steals it from him. Nabors into the corner with a pass. It's deflected. It's loose on the floor. Taken up by Pinnell. He works it down low to Scruggs, and Scruggs is hit from behind by Moss. Second foul against Randy Moss. That will be the 6th team foul against DuPont. So one more, and the Panthers will be over the limit. Kelvin Pinnell inbounds underneath the Beckley basket. Sends it up top to Gene Nabors. He'll try a long 3. No good off the rim. Rebound is tipped around. Scruggs has it. Tries to throw it off the DuPont player, but it's taken by the Panthers. Jason Williams for Bobby Howard. His pass deflected out of bounds by Mickey, and DuPont will have it back underneath. Jason Williams inbounding to the left of the DuPont basket. Sends it in to Floyd. Floyd inside to Bobby Howard. Shot rejected by Anthony Scruggs. Beckley has the ball. Here's Nabors. Jogs it over midcourt to the right side of the circle. Working there. Watched by Jason Williams. Up top to Pinnell. Pinnell with a long 3 straight away on the rim. No good. Rebound to Timmy Floyd. And Floyd has the ball knocked away. It will belong to DuPont.
What you need to do is you need to use Scruggs. He makes a great defensive play on the other end. When you get down, it'd be nice for Beckley to take the ball inside. Scruggs against Moss. Take him to the line.
73-70. Beckley has the lead. 4.5 minutes to go in regulation. Here's Jason Williams on the left side. Tosses it back up between the circles to Howard. Williams comes back, takes a handoff. Now he works to his right, gets a screen from Moss. Up to Howard. Lob pass in from Moss. Too strong, but it comes to Timmy Floyd. He lays it up, misses the shot. Atkins comes over the back, and he commits the foul. Foul call against Donnie Atkins will be his third personal. That stops the clock with 4 minutes and 12 seconds. Jim Fout wants a timeout. Our score, Beckley 73 and DuPont 74, 12 remaining with a timeout. Time for this important message from West Virginia Tech, a celebrated tradition of excellence.
Dad said there's a new kid in town named Merchants Bank, and this kid, Merchants, got new money to help us fix the garage door Mom drove through. He says we can even put up a hoop for basketball. I don't care if this Merchants kid has money. I just hope he can slam dunk.
Merchants National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, with locations throughout the Kanawha Valley. Merchants National Bank partners in education with West Virginia Tech, a celebrated tradition of excellence.
Pets today, like people, are lucky. They're living longer, healthier lives than ever before. And because your veterinarian sees so many older pets these days, he or she is familiar with the health problems of seniors and how to help avoid those problems. Keeping your older pet happy and healthy is just a matter of regular checkups, veterinary care, proper exercise, and home care and nutrition designed especially for your pet's golden years. And love from you, of course. This message brought to you by the West Virginia Veterinary Medical Association.
Back at the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum. Beckley 73, DuPont 70. DuPont will inbound the ball from underneath its own hoop. 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go in the game. The inbounds to Tim Floyd. Pass inside to Bobby Howard. He banks it off the glass and in. It's a one-point game. Quickly, here comes Beckley. Pass to Donnie Atkins. Shot is up. It's short on the rim. Follow-up no good by Mickey. The rebound controlled by DuPont. Jason Williams on the far side into the front court. Comes cross court to Bobby Howard. Lob pass. Moss. Layup on the run. It's good and it's fouled. A beautiful pass from Bobby Howard to Randy Moss, who is cutting to the basket. Moss scores his 28th point to give DuPont the lead by 1, and a foul call on the play charged against Gene Nabors, and Moss will have a shot at a three-point play.
Bobby Howard does a great job of passing that basketball inside the interior. Beckley seems to be a little tired, a step behind on the defense. That time Moss got in beautifully for the shot, and DuPont is starting to attack more to the inside.
Randy Moss misses the free throw. Back comes Beckley now, down by 1. 3:40 and ticking. Anthony Scruggs drives to the basket, loses the ball. It pops out to Kelvin Pinnell. Back up top to Scruggs. He's double teamed, and he is fouled by Jason Williams. Third personal against Williams. DuPont is over the team foul limit, and a 1-and-1 try will be coming up for Anthony Scruggs.
And we talked about a key in this game. You have so evenly matched teams as we have here. It could come down to foul shooting, and it most likely will. Both clubs, even on the offensive boards, both clubs getting some easy baskets, so foul shooting a factor.
Scruggs is 1 of 2 at the line here today. The shot is up, no good. Atkins rebounds for Beckley, and he'll bring it out front. In the corner to Pinnell. Pinnell bounces it to Scruggs on the right corner. It's good. On the low right block, Anthony Scruggs scores his 31st point of the game. Beckley by 1, 75-74. Here's Moss in the corner to Floyd. Floyd back up top to Fout. Fout back in the corner to Floyd. He starts for the basket. Scoop shot around, no good. Followed up and in by Floyd. How did he do that?
Great second effort. He came slicing down through the lane. He really read his shot that time.
Lead pass stolen in the backcourt by DuPont's Bobby Howard. DuPont has the ball, leading by 1, 76-75. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game. Jim Fout off the bench calls the offensive set. Tim Floyd with it. Up top to Bobby Howard between the circles. Howard looks for some help. Has his pass deflected to Jason Williams, stolen by Gene Nabors. Nabors down the lane, scoop shot, good, and a foul. Gene Nabors has just given Beckley the lead back with 2 minutes and 28 seconds to play.
He makes the steal, Tony, and then he gets out in the open court, and he knew right away he was going to take the basket. He just waited for that defense to open up for him. I'll tell you what, the end of this basketball game, the ball in the hands of these 2 point guards, both of them have the total package here today, the highest level of their games. Gene
Nabors has scored 26 points here today. He'll have a chance to cap off a three-point play. Substitution will be made. Billy Gilmore will come in place of Bobby Howard. Beckley 77, DuPont 76. Nabors takes the ball. Free throw on the way. It is no good. He missed it. Rebound taken by Billy Gilmore. DuPont down by one. Jason Williams quickly down the lane. Scoop shot. Good. DuPont leads 78-77. Pressure by the Panthers. Here's Mickey. Races it in the front court to Scruggs. He fakes. He shoots. He scores. Beckley takes the lead 79-78. Quickly comes Jason Williams. 2 minutes to go in the game. Up top to Gilmore. In the corner with a pass to Floyd. Down low to Moss. Turnaround shot. He's fouled with 1:58 to play. The shot does not go in. Randy Moss will have 2 free throws coming up.
This is where at the end of the game, where both coaches are very smart. The ball's going to go in the hand of the marquee players we talked about. We've had a great, exciting game all the way, but 1:58 left on the clock. The most excitement, Tony, might be ahead of us.
Randy Moss, who leads DuPont with 28 points, will have 2 free throws. A chance to give his team the lead. The first one up, no good. He has missed 2 straight after making his first 4.
Neither one of these clubs lately have been hitting from the foul line. That's been a factor.
Now a chance to tie for Randy Moss. It's up. It's good. He ties the game up at 79. Inside of 2 minutes to play, and Gene Nabors jogs it over midcourt, working from our left to right. Nabors eyes the DuPont defense. They're in a zone. Up high to go to Donnie Atkins. Atkins jump pass near side to Nabors. 1:35 and counting. We're tied up at 79 apiece. They've spread the floor out here, Jay.
And they're going to hold it. I think they're really going to hold that basketball if they can.
Up the deflected pass. Williams steals for DuPont. He passes to Gilmore. Back to Williams to Moss. He slam dunks it. Randy Moss gives DuPont a 2-point lead, 81-79. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Pennell loses the ball out of bounds. DuPont will have the ball with 1 minute and 8 seconds to play, and Beckley will call a timeout. Dave Barksdale will take a timeout. 81-79. A standing ovation for the DuPont basketball team. Dave Barksdale exchanges words with Billy Gilmore of DuPont and Jason Williams. The 1994 West Virginia State basketball tournament being sponsored in part by Diet Mountain Dew. Do Diet Dew.
G'day, gents. Welcome to Over the Edge Adventures. It'll thrill you if it doesn't kill you.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, you booked us on a glacier speed skating tour.
But this year we want more action.
Righto. Let's see. Okay, here's one that knocked me hat in the creek. Sahara sailboarding. All expenses paid.
Boring. I'm snoring.
Perhaps page 13 strikes your fancy. 747 bungee jumping.
Yanked it.
Shootless skydiving.
Got it.
Niagara boogie boarding.
Boogied it.
Mark II wing walking. Arctic skinny dipping.
Scribbled it.
Wait a minute. I have something down under the counter you blokes haven't done. You've never done the Diet Dew.
Do the what?
Done the Diet Dew. A Diet Mountain Dew, mates. Till you have the full tilt taste of Diet Mountain Dew, you haven't done nothing.
Whoa. Book it, Dano.
Happy landings.
It's the game everyone had been talking about, and it's lived up to its expectations. DuPont leading Beckley 81-79. Beckley has won 34 straight games dating back to last season. They are 23-0. DuPont now in possession of the ball as play resumes. The Panthers leading by 2. Jason Williams picked up at midcourt by Nabors. Goes over on the far side to Fout. To the near side to Timmy Floyd. Floyd bounce pass back over to Jason Williams. 50 seconds and counting, and Nabors fouls Jason Williams with 51 seconds to play.
You know, once Williams gave that basketball up, it would have been wise for somebody to get on to Williams so he couldn't return the ball. They had a great opportunity, Beckley did, to keep him from getting the ball. Once it got back in his hand, you had to take the foul.
Jason Williams will step up to the free throw line for the first time in the game. Foul shot is up. It is no good on the 1-and-1. Beckley has the ball. Down by 2. 45 seconds to play. Nabors in the front court on the far sideline. Up top to Kelvin Pennell. Pennell, one dribble. Over on the wing to Mickey. Back to Nabors. He'll try a long three. It is no good. Rebound. Nabors follows it up. The shot no good. We've got a whistle and a foul call. One of the Beckley players flew up there and deflected the ball when it was still coming down. That shot may have gone in, but the Beckley contact will make it a 2-shot foul rather than a possible 3-point play.
And very costly right there. Pennell came down that lane, came right angled and stepped it up. You're right, Tony. That ball was bouncing up there in favor of going down through. It could be very costly to the Flying Eagles here.
So Gene Nabors will step up to the free throw line. His team is down by 2, 81-79. 35 seconds to play in the game.
What a player he is.
Nabors, 2 for 2 at the free throw line. Shot is up. It is good. 27 points in the game for Nabors.
35 seconds left. To the Flying Eagles. Put that pressure on. You got to worry about Williams. He's going to have the ball in his hands. That final 35. What will Jim Fout do at DuPont? Will he screen it down, run it down with the ball in his possession, take the last shot? A lot of excitement ahead.
Gene Nabors going for the tie. The shot is good. It ties the game up at 81 apiece. Inbounds comes to Jason Williams. No pressure by Beckley. Williams over midcourt with 30 seconds to go. To Timmy Floyd on the far side. Inside to Randy Moss. Shot is up. It is good. It's fouled. The basket counts for Randy Moss. DuPont goes down into the low right block for Randy Moss. And Moss, with his 33rd point of the game, gives DuPont a 2-point lead with 25 seconds to play. And the foul call against Anthony Scruggs. That is his 4th personal. Randy Moss with a chance to give his team a 3-point lead. Foul shot is up. It is no good. Rebound to Anthony Scruggs. Beckley is down by 2. 20 seconds to go. Nabors to Scruggs. Scruggs on the far side to Mickey. Back up top near midcourt to Nabors. 14 seconds in the game. The clock now down to 10. Nabors starts to the basket. Pass underneath. The ball is lost out of bounds by Mickey. And DuPont will have the ball with 6 seconds to play. And Beckley will take a timeout. DuPont will have possession of the basketball, leading at 83-81 with 6.4 seconds to play. Gene Nabors was up top between midcourt and the top of the circle. His team was down by 2. Rather than shooting it, he jumped up and fired the ball down to the left side of the basket underneath to Sean Mickey. But Mickey was unable to hold on to the basketball, and it slipped through his hands over the end line out of bounds. And so DuPont will be inbounding the ball underneath the Beckley basket with 6.4 on the clock.
One of the things that could have happened there, Dave Barksdale was having problems. He really didn't have any offensive balance. He had too many players on his side of the floor. He was trying to get a player to the other side of the floor. Give credit to DuPont because they swarmed around Nabors, and there was no opportunity. He had to throw the ball inside.
Fred Persinger is standing by over on the far sideline. Fred, what's the story?
Tony, about the only thing they can do is what everyone knows they're going to do. They're going total man-to-man. As soon as the ball is put into play, they're going to foul immediately. Barksdale says that's all you can do. You have to do it now.
Beckley breaks from its bench. Randy Moss will inbound for DuPont. They're going to face guard all the way through. Moss looks to get it in, does so to Williams, and Williams is fouled with 5.2 seconds to play. Jason Williams will step up to the free throw line for a 1-and-1 chance. His team leading by 2, so Williams can put DuPont up by 4 points and force Beckley into scoring on 2 possessions if he can make both shots. The foul call against Donnie Atkins of Beckley. That is his 5th personal, and so he fouls out of the game with 8 points.
The last 3 times to the foul line, DuPont has not put anybody into the foul lane. Now they have everybody back, regular position, waiting for Williams to shoot.
Foul shot is up and in by Jason Williams. And Jim Fout of DuPont wants a timeout with 5.2 seconds showing on the clock. DuPont, 84. Beckley, Woodrow Wilson, 81. The defending AAA champs, Beckley, Woodrow Wilson. They have won 2 consecutive AAA state titles. They have won 34 straight games dating back to last year. And they come into today's game at 23-0. On the other side, DuPont is 22-2. Both of their losses came early on in the month of December against Wheeling Park and against the same Beckley team. And so ever since that loss, DuPont had gone out and won 19 consecutive games. They've been waiting for this game as if those 19 were the pre-warm-ups for the showdown that they had been expecting in this quarterfinal round. And right now, they're on top by 3.
Well, it's been a wonderful game, Tony, with all kinds of action. Some great players stepping up today. Nobody let up. When you might wonder why Jim Fout called that timeout, I see 2 things. If the shot is made, that'll give them that 4-point lead or 3-point lead there.
Let's go courtside now. Fred Persinger was in that DuPont huddle.
Behind the DuPont bench, Jim Fout says quite simply, Jason Williams, you make this one, game is over. Don't foul. Let them have the 3-pointer. Let them have anything they want. He says, if you miss a tough man-to-man defense, don't foul, don't stop the clock. It's our game to win right now.
Fred, DuPont will clear out the lane. Jason Williams takes the ball from the official. His team leads by 3. The shot is up. It is around the rim. It is in. Beckley's down by 4. Pennell looks to get it in. Does so to Nabors. Over midcourt with 3 seconds. He'll fire up the 3. It is on the way. No good. The buzzer sounds, and DuPont has defeated the AAA champs for 2 straight years. The Flying Eagles of Beckley, Woodrow Wilson have just been defeated by the DuPont Panthers. A final score of 85-81. The 20th consecutive victory. A school record for DuPont. And it's celebration time in Kanawha County. Fred Persinger standing by with Jim Fout, the DuPont coach.
Hey, Coach Jim Fout, DuPont Panthers, you gave a big yell when the game was over. Biggest hype game I think I've been around in the state tournament. Your kids didn't get caught up in hype.
No, they did a heck of a job. Boy, it was a great game, great atmosphere. This place is packed. We went our first ever state tournament game, and these people are lucky they were here. It's a hell of a game.
You win your first ever state tournament game. It comes against what everyone thought was the #1 team in the state. Boy, I'll tell you, it has to do something for your kids.
Oh, it's great for our kids, it's great for our school, great for our community. It's great. It's just great. And Coach Barksdale's got a great program, and boy, I'm telling you, we're happy.
One of the key things I thought in the ball game was your play off the bench. Bobby Howard just did a great job for you.
I thought Bobby Howard really did a good job, and I thought my son did a good job, Keith. I thought both of those guys come off the bench and really did a good job. And I thought all 5 of our starters did a good job.
Congratulations, you're in the semifinals.
Yes, sir, thank you.
All right, head coach Jim Fout of DuPont. Tony, back to you.
Thank you, Fred. The final score, DuPont 85, Beckley 81. We'll return to the Charleston Civic Center Coliseum in a moment to recap the game after we hear from the Sports Medicine Institute, the medical team behind your team.
Some of the athletes in this year's high school tournament are on the court because state-of-the-art physical therapy has kept them in action. The Sports Medicine Institute in Morgantown provides care for these young athletes, as well as the weekend athlete and injured worker. To all the young men whom we are following today, best of luck from the people at Morgantown Orthopedic Associates and Morgantown Physical Therapy Associates. For the finest professional care, call 599-2515. That's 599-2515.
Why is Go Mark becoming one of America's favorite